If you're into medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy, you need to get into The Pitt. The Pitt is a new series from HBO Max, so it's on Crave, but what separates this from other medical dramas is that it is one shift. Season 1 is only one shift in the ER, so every episode is 1 hour of that shift. Like, episode 1 is titled 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., and episode 2 is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., you know? So I just think this offers such a unique perspective into the world of like hospital and the medical trade. I don't know. Also really interesting to see how they're going to progress. If there's going to be like more seasons or if they're just going to do one season and we're not going to get anything else from this, because I really am attached to the characters now. And the cast is pretty small too. Like they're an ensemble cast of actors who aren't super big. Like Noah Wyle, he plays the ER head doctor, Dr. Robinovich, so they all call him Dr. Robbie. And he is the epitome of charming, centered, emotionally regulated, sort of, prioritizes his patients and his team before himself. There's just something about him as Dr. Robbie. I'm just like, he is perfect. Like, his eyes are kind, but there's so much going on beneath the surface. Really incredible acting from the whole cast. Sean Hattasey even appears in episode 1 for like 5 minutes, and we haven't seen him since. He plays the night shift ER doctor. So at the beginning of episode 1, he does his crossover with Dr. Robinovich, and we just haven't seen him since, which is a shock to me because I thought, you know, he's fresh off of Animal Kingdom, that he would have a bit of a bigger role. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. What they have showed us of his character is very intriguing so far, so my curiosity is piqued. This has an 8.3 on IMDb, and it's well deserved. Trigger warning, because this is set in the present day. There are issues related to COVID and the pandemic, so if you are someone who works in healthcare and find that triggering, just know that it is present but only briefly. My favorite thing about The Pitt is how they intertwine the intricacies between the team, like how the nurses play such an important, vital part of how the ER functions, and that's something that we don't always see in medical dramas. It's usually just like the hotshot nurses, I meant to say surgeons, okay? Hotshot surgeon, hotshot doctor, everyone has an ego. Not here. This is like a real functioning team, and they really highlight the importance of nurses, which is super badass and really fun to watch. There are new episodes of The Pitt every Thursday on HBO Max Crave. I would highly recommend it. I think there's like 5 episodes out already, so you'd have a bit of a binge before next week's episode on the 13th. If you want to yap more about movies with me, like this video and then subscribe to my YouTube channel where I do full movie breakdowns and just yap my little heart out. Get into